He runs the fourth largest advertising conglomerate in the world. The group was grappling with accounting problems, and it was this man who brought the company back from the brink of debt default and stock market delisting. He returned it to some steady growth and even managed to get its profitability back on track, only to run headlong into the recession. I'm talking about the IPG CEO, Michael Roth. I caught up with him to chat about the tough days and how he's managed to keep this boat more than afloat.
We had set two important goals. One is to have competitive revenue and get competitive margins. And just prior to the recession, we were well on our way of achieving that. When the recession hit, it wasn't that it was only hitting us. It was a world type of recession, and therefore, when the recession ended and we came out of it, I wanted to make sure we had invested in all the right talent and resources so that we can capture the market when it came back. And fortunately, we were able to do that. And when the recovery started, and particularly in 2010, we had a great year. And just as of 2 weeks ago, the rating agencies put us on investment grade ratings, which was one of the key objectives that we were looking to accomplish. So we're back.
But the first quarter results hasn't been very kind to IPG.
But in the first quarter, we had two sort of anomalies. One is we had incentive comp that was bunched in 4 months into one, so that accounted for part of it. And we had some additional severance. But if you normalized our earnings in the first quarter, we performed well, and we're on track to achieve what we said we were going to achieve for 2011, and that is in a 4 to 5% organic growth environment, we should be able to deliver 9.5 to 10% margin.
There's also some reason to smile for IPG. This is after 8 years, I believe, that you've declared stock dividends.
Yes.
How was that AGM, and how did their shareholders express their gratitude?
We did two things. One is we announced a $300 million share buyback program, as well as a dividend. As you indicated, 8 years ago we had a dividend, and when we ran into trouble, we suspended it. So if you look at the investment grade status, paying a dividend, launching a share buyback, that's the confidence that our board has in the sustainability of our business. Shareholders have been excited about it too, because if you look at our share performance over the last couple of years, we're outperforming our peer level groups as well.
IPG was the first to latch on to social media, and here I'm really talking about your investment in Facebook way back in 2006. What were you thinking when you made that investment? Did you foresee the kind of social media wave we're witnessing today?
I'd like to tell you I had this great vision that this was going to be what it turned out to be. But the reality is, when that investment was presented to us, we looked at it as a strategic investment, and that is, it was a new opportunity. We wanted to make sure that we were in the ground floor on an exciting opportunity, and this gave us a benefit that frankly was exclusive to us for a period of time. So that investment, coupled with the strategic relationship, turned out to be a real win-win for us.
In hindsight, would you agree that IPG entered India a little too late and possibly even underestimated India's potential?
No, I don't think so. We were there. The question is, we topped up our investment a couple of years ago, but we already had very strong offerings with Lowe, Draft FCB, and McCann. And frankly, if you add our media business in India, we're probably the second largest organization in our industry in India. So I think we have very strong offerings, and we will continue to invest there.
Ever since you've taken over as CEO, you have never visited India. May I ask you why?
Well, actually, I've had 2 trips to India that unfortunately were canceled in the last minute because of business. But I will be there in October. I've committed to our people there.
You've been the head honcho for 8 years.
Right.
Okay. How many years are you looking to continue as the head honcho, and what's next for Michael Roth?
This is still a work in progress, and my commitment to our people, our clients, and the board is as long as they want me to do this, for me to see it through. So I see this as an evolving area for us, and so I'm here. I'm enjoying it. Now's a good time for us to enjoy the benefits of all the hard work and efforts that we put in to get here.
Last year in Cannes, you said, I would like to rework the whole remuneration model.
Yes.
What is it that you have in mind, and is there some implementation on that front?
Well, I think pay for performance is it's like the integrated offering. everyone talks about it, but it hasn't taken hold yet where I think it should be. On the media side, because it's easier to measure, on the media side, we see more pay-for-performance in those compensation arrangements. But I think pay-for-performance incentive compensation is something that I think the industry has to do a better job at. It provides the narrowing the gap between what clients think they should be paying for and our belief that we're helping them move the needle. And if we can structure compensation that recognizes that, then I think it's a win-win for both.
Thank you so much, Michael. Truly a pleasure, and I hope to see you in October back in India.
I appreciate it, and I will see you in October.
And with that, we come to an end of this episode of Brand Equity. I hope you've enjoyed the show. So do take the time and write into us at brandequity@etnow.tv or alternatively SMS us at 58888 with your feedback. You can also log on to our Facebook page at facebook.com/brandequity to be up to speed with all that's happening right here in Cannes. Now don't forget to tune in next week, same time, same place as we get you our Cannes special. Until next week, au revoir.